So I've actually been really ill this week. I haven't managed to do much at all. It's just been like a cough, cold, chest infection thing. But finally, I did manage to get out and actually do some of the things that I wanted to do, like going and seeing a lot of old ruins. I would like to introduce you to Sacsayhuaman, which is a hilltop fortress overlooking Cusco. It was originally occupied from the year 900, and the first real building work here began in 1100, so all of this wall that you can see behind me is kind of just the tip of the iceberg. Let's go and see what's around. Over in the distance behind me, just about there, is a big old statue of Jesus, but I'll go to that later. Now, the Inca's method of construction was unbelievably precise. All of these rocks in the wall, bear in mind this is a small wall, they were all hand cut to fit exactly. So they're all very odd shapes, but they fit, they don't have any mortar holding them together. And one of the first explorers here described the precision as so great that you couldn't even fit a needle between the rocks. And I can believe it looking at them. They are, for the most part, very, very precisely cut. It's amazing, amazing architecture. Well, I can safely say I can understand why Sacsayhuaman was such an important stronghold in Cusco's history, because from it you can see everything. Just all of Cusco just laid out. Now, those of you that know me know that I'm really not a city kind of person. I've always kind of hated the urban environment, the crowds, the fast pace of it all. I much prefer being somewhere calm and relaxing. But that said, I really do love Cusco. It's a staggeringly beautiful city in its layout, its architecture, its history, its people. It's such a far cry from England, from London, from Woking, Guildford. It's so nice. To give you an idea of just how big some of the stones are that the Incas transported hundreds of miles from way over the Andes, which, it raises a few questions and has brought about a few theories. Personally, I'm always going to be a big fan of the aliens dropping rocks into places theory. But have a look at the size of these ones. They're huge. So these two either side of me are two huge, huge, huge solid rocks. And you've got to ask the question, how many men would it have taken to wheel that from way over there all the way to here? And why? Why not just use the local rock that's, all exposed? But whatever the reason, I just love the size of some of these. They are incredible. That is a hell of an amphitheatre. That's just good, clean fun. Kids flying kites on top of a hill on a beautiful day. And yet, what do the kids in England do? Fucking Candy Crush. The altitude really takes it out of you when you're too much of a cheapskate to take a taxi between places and instead decide just to walk the roads. Still, it's very pretty. So, what do you do if the barbed wire fence along your land is suddenly interrupted by a series of steps that somebody built? Answer: just plant a spiky bush. I'm going to reach my destination of Kenko, and I'm greeted by the lovely sight of a field full of llamas and sheep. Or alpacas, one of the two. They look more like llamas. They're so cute. So, here behind me, looks like a pine forest, but it's actually a huge eucalyptus plantation. The government planted the highlands full of eucalyptus during the war, just after the war, basically because it makes for really good timber, especially for burning and smoking things. So this is all Australian eucalyptus, and apparently the bark is actually very good for growing mushrooms. But I'm not here for that. I'm here to see ancient ruins. So let's go see that instead. And here we are at the small but beautiful site of Kenko. So, from what I've read, Kenko was used by the Incas both as a place of storage and a place of human sacrifice. It's a mixture of actual structure made of bricks, or if you can call them bricks, and caves, both natural and hand dug. So I'm going to go see if I can find some of these aforementioned caves, because I'm yet to see one. So Kenko is really cool, but still no caves. It's really annoying me. And that probably means that they're all the way up there. Uphill just kills me now. I can't do it. Okay, I lied. I just about managed the uphill climb to the rest of Kenko. I'm so out of breath. I need to get back into shape. Still no caves. Also, just noticed that I managed to walk in through the exit and therefore didn't pay. Sweet. Success. I found some like semi-caves without roofs. Basically just corridors. So this formation is semi-natural. It was a naturally occurring cave, but the Incas just did minor work to the sides to widen it. Didn't do much to make it taller. They are a lot shorter than we are. They averaged about 5 foot. So I'm a whole foot too big for the system of caves and walkways. Ooh. That looks like a real cave. So I just overheard a guide talking to another couple, and remember I mentioned human sacrifice? This is the altar that they put the bodies on once they were killed, and that is where they took them down. So they killed them outside, brought them down through here, and laid them to rest right there. Grim. Well, I'm out of Kenko now, and I was on my way to the Temple of the Moon, but I found this tunnel and I just can't resist. It's not huge, just an old part of the river system, but it's me in tunnels, caves, just can't resist. This quest to find the Temple of the Moon has taken me quite far outside Cusco, because I'm now just walking through like horses. It's quite obscure, quite nice. It's almost like being back in England. And after a bit too much walking, here we are, Temple of the Moon. Of course, this is another one of those archaeological sites that you can't go in. Everything's fenced off. So, yeah, I'll just admire it from afar. It's a shame, because it's very cavey. There's a lot of entrances and steps up to entrances. And I just want to go in. This path that I'm walking on isn't actually a path, it's a road, and kind of cool. It's one of the original Inca roads that connected all the different villages and towns. These roads connected them politically, socially, economically. It was an amazing feat to build roads like that long ago, when you didn't have the resources, you didn't have the tools. And it's just incredible to be walking on the same road that the Incas used for everything. I see a cave. I just can't help myself. I'm going for it. Well, it didn't take long. I've already been distracted by another potential cave that I'm going to go check out on my way to the original cave that I was going to go check out. Well, it wasn't a cave, but it clearly is a place of some significance. It's been hollowed out just a little bit, and even today people are still leaving offerings at this site. It's kind of cool. I mean, this place was definitely significant to someone in the Incan time. There are walls, there are stairs, more walls, piles of rock, huge cliffs. Seems like the kind of place that Inca would just love to hang out. Man, this cold wind sure makes me glad that I'm wearing a vest today. I think it's time to stick some more layers on. Wow, it's so much warmer when you're wearing an alpaca. This cave had better be worth it. Let me the truth. Actually, that's pretty sick. Sure, it used to be deeper, but I'll make do. Oh shit, son. Whew. Climbing up to that semi-cave was worth it, if for nothing else than just for the view. Spectacular. Well, I was just beginning my walk back because the sun's getting low in the sky and I don't want to be walking mountain roads at night without anything but my slowly dying phone for a light. And I stumbled across this beauty, which is not only an adequately sized cave, like you could live in it, but unlike caves and things in England, it doesn't smell like wee. It also has a really cool like altar. And it definitely has Incan origins because of the stonework inside. Only Incas build crazy things like that. I can say that today is being adventurous. So I bumped into this little area of wetland. I thought, wow, that's a really nice, like, natural looking thing. But the closer I looked, the more I realised this is no natural wetland. This was constructed by the Incas and it still remains today. I mean, that is amazing. hot diggity dog. I love Peru. So I thought I was done, but while I was walking back down the road near Kenko, I basically looked on the other side of the road and saw some very interesting looking architecture and another potential cave. So I thought I'd hike up the hill, check it out. I'm having some deep regrets right now. It's not helping my cough. May have been wrong about the cave. Damn. Well, I guess I should be disappointed that the cave wasn't a cave, it was just burnt marks on the rock. But, you know what? I'm not disappointed. This is not a bad place to end the day of walking all over the mountains. I'm a happy, happy man. I didn't honestly think I was going to get around to it, but it was basically on my way back, so say hello to the big old Jesus overlooking Cusco. It's actually really beautiful. That dog's eating the bloody offerings. So as well as just being awful at stairs and my knees and not wanting to work particularly well, I've also got dogs jumping out left, right and centre at me, and there are bits of bone all over the stairs, and I don't know, feels like I kind of took a wrong turn somewhere. I'm not actually sure how much more downhill my knees can take. Both of them are now just shaking every time I step down. I feel like they're going to give way. And if they do, these are some really hard steps. I can't believe I'm actually having to take like rest breaks for downhill. Like uphill's bad enough, downhill, nah, can't do it. It's such a good feeling being back at the hotel. You want to sleep for a couple of hours, and then the night begins. So yeah, congratulations to me for spending an entire day walking around on two pretty shoddy knees, but I made it back. I didn't fall down any stairs, and honestly, it was worth it. Every second. It's been a fantastic day. I've seen so much stuff. Thanks for watching.